and welcome to the one and only semi-finals here of the Cobx Masters 2018 with the penultimate stop in Jaipur. Only one city after this one. But for now, we have Superdry versus Reckoning Infinity. Only one semi-finals because the other one had one team dropping out, so that did not happen. And Superdry themselves, they are a replacement team. They actually lost in the previous series in the online portion up against a team called Carnation, who couldn't make it here. So now we have them up against Reckoning Infinity, who, as far as I can tell, are a bunch of Divine players. Superdry, that Legend, and Archon, so I'm not too confident in their ability to actually take the series, but stranger things have happened, right? It's all about the team. It's all about the kind of drafts that you can put together. Maybe they have something up their sleeves. You'll certainly hope so. My name is Dragon Drop. I'm joined by Potom. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. I gotta say, you gotta believe here, okay? MMR is just a number, clearly.
It's like, metal.
You never know.
Yeah,
metal, MMR, it's the same. Well, I mean, there's always a possibility of like last pick Brood and they overpower someone. It most of the time only works once at the best of three, but we can hope. We can definitely hope.
Well, as you said, best hero in the game.
Yeah, Warlock is pretty good, you're right.
That's not what I mean. Ah!
Oh yeah, they're getting outbalanced here, my friend.
Warlock Windrunner, they're so far off the meta right now. I'm sure
we rarely see these heroes. Was hoping for the Dark Willow pick. On Reckoning, I saw one of them being a big Willow player, that is.
Radiant team back.
Can't remember their name because they're all pretty hard to read, I gotta say.
Just a little bit, isn't it? I mean, first one is pretty easy. It's Moon.
Dire team back.
Second one,
yeah.
I'm not gonna try.
Del
and Ice. Yeah.
Delol? Is this like lead speak where I don't get it?
I think so. Well, in Dota buff, I think the guy's name is Dallas. Oh no, it's SH.
Not entirely sure on that one.
Yeah,
what about Munmun? We just used last name.
And then go from that.
Or his sponsor name.
Easy TI, guys. That's what that spells. Yeah, that seems pretty good. But yeah, for now, Cobx in the first phase. Pretty powerful hero in its own right here if you can play it.
Yeah, and he did transition a little bit into a flex pick most of the time. Most of the time we see him run as the core position, but he can still go for the support if needed. However, that's a Slaughter, and I believe this might even be a core Slaughter, which I'm really excited about. I love core Slaughter. He's great. You sprint around, you stun people. If you ever reach the late game, you're a monster and can kill carries.
Oh yeah.
He's like a physical damage Dark Willow in the late game. Like, you just kill any core whatsoever. You just... Slark doesn't matter. Faceless Void, don't care. Troll Warlord, yeah, he just outbashes him. It's just... His bash is so powerful. It's insane. You always get the first bash because you have to stun.
You have to really see that come into play, because more often than not, if you pick a Slaughter, you also have heroes that can combo up with that quite nicely. Windrunner is one of them. Lifestealer would be another very popular one to just infest into a Slaughter, Blink Crush, Corrosive Haze, just chop some of the pieces together. And Tidehunter, actually a pretty decent response to that, just because you can always purge off that Corrosive Haze.
Yeah, fishy draft so far.
Tidehunter and Goku on the same team, it's always a little bit questionable, just lore-wise, but I'm sure they could work fine together.
Are we just doing lore drafts now? Can we make this a thing?
Oh yeah.
Only theme drafts? I'm still waiting for the tournament.
Didn't there used to be like a mode where you could only pick Dire heroes versus Radiant heroes?
There used to be, I believe, as a custom game or something, or it was a mod you can actually activate.
Yeah. Because there was a distinction, or still is, lore-wise, between like the good, quote-unquote goods, Radiant heroes and the quote-unquote bad Dire heroes.
Yeah, but bad heroes is always the wrong call for Dire heroes, that is. So a lot of people don't know that. They're actually not the bad guys. They're just... It's another faction, and some heroes are just more affected by them, or get more drawn to the Dire. They're not actually evil. There's just casual lava flowing through their base. This is all normal, and they burnt down all the trees, but that's just okay. That's just normal.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything, right? Can't judge people by their living habits.
Exactly.
But yeah, Death Prophet making an appearance. It's actually a hero that they've picked up a lot in the ESL India Premiership. They've been about. And makes a lot of sense with the Slaughter as well. Extra physical damage to throw into any sort of target that's altered up.
Dire team ban. Luna.
Oh, Luna. Okay. Not the biggest fan of it this game, to be quite honest.
Yeah, this seems like a really hard lane for the Luna to be in. You either get faced with Wind Ranger and Slaughter, or you get faced with Slaughter and Warlock. Both of them just straight up harass you all the time. Whenever you go for a last hit, you're gonna have the Slaughter in your face. Might even catch the stun. You have the Wind Ranger constantly harassing you and outranging you, so you can't even harass back. So I'm not sure if Luna and Jakiro together will make this work. They do ban out the Drow and the Shadow Shaman in the last phase, which is a little bit interesting. Especially because before that we just saw the Witch Doctor banned out. They clearly think that both Slaughter and Wind Ranger are both cores here, and I think they're a little bit... Yeah.
It would be a little bit too far out of the box. Would require Slaughter one position, Wind Runner offlane.
5 seconds remaining.
Death Prophet in mid, which should be pretty much a given. Even though that hero has also been seen in side lanes in certain matchups. But don't think you have any reason to go off the beaten path here. Unless Superdry pick up a mid hero now that's extremely weird. Still have the option to put the Kunkka there against the DP.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
It's Kunkka, right? You should always be able to harass quite a bit.
What is the hero they're lacking? They have a pretty okay offlane, I'd say. I think putting Kunkka mid, pick up something... okay, Skywrath. That should be the support, right? I doubt we're gonna see the core Skywrath in mid against DP.
Yeah. On the other hand, they do need some solid damage coming out from anybody. Right now, they've just a little bit from the Luna early on. Tidehunter, Jakiro,
10
Kunkka with a
seconds
combo,
remaining.
yes. But they need something that can actually punch heroes
5
in one
seconds
way or
remaining.
another.
Basically, they need someone like the Wind Ranger that just fills the mid-game gap, so they can reach the late game where the Luna comes effective. But there's still the complete carry pick left open for Reckoning.
Monkey King. Choose your hero.
Not quite a life stealer, but also pretty powerful in its own right. Just imagine the slot on top of that. Setting up, making sure that people stay inside his ultimate. Or can stay close to him so he can stack up that Jingo Mastery. This is a very powerful draft here for Reckoning Infinity.
Yeah. Man, we totally missed the Monkey King. There's a Tidehunter on the field. How did we not get that memo? Like, of course, Monkey King. Absolutely, like, Cyborg against Tidehunter. Bonus damage not affected. You absolutely crap on the Tidehunter. Like, he can stay solo if the Tide is solo. I like it. I think Reckoning has the way superior draft, and they're gonna run over them, I feel like.
Yeah. Superdry, they I don't know, they lack something. Like, they have a bit of team fight, but unless they have the Luna in the perfect position to immediately take advantage of, like, the Kunkka comboing somebody down, the Tidehunter Ravage coming in, like, unless they click extremely well together, they will not be able to win these team fights or skirmishes even.
Yeah.
And
I gotta
if
say,
you don't do it perfectly, you just get counter initiated on by Warlock.
Yeah, good luck. You're gonna need it.
Yeah. The thing is, the good thing about that purge is that you should always be able to get your ultimate off. But if you don't have your team in a position where they can take advantage of that, it means very little. So you need to somehow make sure that Luna doesn't get too far behind.
But there's still the Wind Ranger they have to battle up with, and it looks like Jakiro is shifting towards the top lane, so we're gonna have to Tidehunter Jakiro off lane, which should at least do okay against the Monkey King. It's still really hard though.
Yep. Well, on the other side we have Windrunner already walking about here with the Null Talisman. That's something that we've seen a little bit more often ever since the nerf to the Orb of Venom. People don't go towards the Blightstone, instead they just pick up the Null. I mean, also gives you extra damage to work with, to help harass, and also adds a mana pool you can use for the power shot later on. So it's not the worst thing in the world, even though you can't necessarily transition that into items. Look at themselves. All of the bounty runes. Okay.
Well, that's the thing, apparently. You just run up and take them, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, just act like your entire team is behind you, I guess, on 2 different lanes at the same time.
Okay, I think what you need to do is, and this is a pub strat, you buy a smoke, you put one of your, like you're solo on a rune, let's say at the top rune, you pop the smoke when you know the enemy sees you, but only you, and even if you don't have a team behind you, you pop the smoke and run across the river, because they will back off, they think you miss-smoked. And you can't secure rune with that. That works so well in pub games, believe me.
Next level strats right here. So we do have a trialing coming out, Jakiro. Feeling like he also needs to join in. And well, there's a dire side observer ward to keep an eye on the rotations, but there's no offload to block any of these camps, so they should be able to make use of pulls to get themselves the extra bit of experience.
Perfect counter. The anti-rotation wall doesn't work if you never make a rotation.
I guess. Park still sitting on the side here, so we'll be able to make away regardless.
Yeah, so far.
Good use of the wind run here. Nice timing though on the liquid fire. Still connecting upwards.
Yeah. Because it only applies once it actually hits, and the evasion on the Wind Ranger is also when the, it only evades the projectile if it's still running when it reaches you, not when it's cast.
Alright, we'll have to keep an eye on this bottom lane. If they're not careful, you actually get stunned up. The Shackle, level 2, a couple extra right clicks, the Torrent will prevent a follow-up there from Face. Now he's one big ice path down. First blood for Superdry.
The good old level 2 ice.
Conventional level choices here by both of these sides. Park, there's another wind available just now, but plenty of control to slow him down even with that, and he dies as well.
God, that was well done. Nobody expects a level 2 ice path.
No, certainly
And
not.
Sky mid. He might get a solo kill here. Or will he?
It is.
Yeah.
All I do in her
Makes it 3 kills.
Well, off to a good start.
Yeah, but talking about good start, look at the Monkey King top. 15 and 12 to the 1 and 0 on the tide.
Yeah.
Oh, even the Gustian. Oh, come on! Give him a chance. Yeah.
He's got one last hit. That's more than he probably should be getting in this lane already.
Yeah.
But,
One lost it. Way too much. Lost lane.
That lane does free up the Warlock to also come in this check. Someone had kept both heroes across the front by the ice path. Now actually aggressively use Shadow Word onto Razor Boy to secure the kill. They'll get it, and also follow-up crush on Luna. Should be the secondary kill, and it is indeed. Not sure why Hero was axed, so
Killed him. Traitor!
It's not playing to win, baby. Quite the opposite.
That wasn't even tied. I would have understood it with tied. Like, you're allowed to do that. Oh yeah, Monkey. Just doing Monkey King things, top. Yeah, there's nothing the Tide can do. He doesn't take that much damage for him. For some reason, he did pick up the Stout Shield on the Tide Hunter, skipping out on the Kraken Shell. Which is a little bit questionable. Just a little bit, you know. But hey, sometimes you just need that Stout Shield.
Middle lane. Shadow next. See it down the half health, but so is the DP. As Jakiro shows up and takes out. Not respecting the Scarif Mage mid. I mean, still seeing it only 4 last hits, so that part isn't going well, but it's the second time. Yeah. Secure the help or help secure a kill on a DP.
Is he just diving the Tide now? Yeah, he is. Oh yeah, free kill. 13, 18, yeah. This is Monkey King lane against solo melee heroes. There's two melee heroes that can somewhat stay on the lane. One of them would be a bristleback, but only if he is really even early on and gets some levels. Others would include someone like an Elder Titan if you have just more damage, but someone like a Tide, a Centaur, and whatnot, they just straight up lose it.
Okay, rush, power shots. Paul gonna be bashed to death here with an early point up from the start, and doesn't have enough trucks to work with. In a second, doesn't actually reach Shakira. Taking the start right away. Razor Boy should fall to Kark in the end, unless he gets caught by the taunt. Ice Path TPing out, and will be successful. Now Kark's in trouble, he doesn't have any more mana. Luna coming back in, will help secure that kill, and this bottom lane kind of going more back and forth than maybe should.
Yeah, but not to underestimate, the Luna farm is really bad. He has 17 last hits only on this lane. The Slaughter is sitting on 13, so this is just a pure battle lane. And you mentioned all over again, the early kills really don't matter. What does matter is that you get that farm in. Right now, the Monkey King doubles up in terms of farm.
Keep the pressure up on Luna. Back down, lower half health again. Does have stealth to work with. Just on the other side. Well, there's a shrine to work with if they want to go back for that.
It's not only the safe lane, it's also the mid lane that is heavily going in favor of Reckoning. 25 last hits on the DP over the 8 on the Skywrath. I've never seen the Skywrath getting bullied out of lane that much in the mid lane.
Behind levels here because of different eyes and all the craziness, top lane. Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna happen every once in a while. Whenever
Yeah,
Moon feels
levels
like
behind.
oh yeah, that's just diving. There's no reactions from the support because they're all busy making sure that Luna doesn't get killed herself. It's so dangerous because we've all seen Monkey
Radiant's
Kings
middle tower is
get
under
completely
attack.
out of control with this kind of
Radiant
lane.
structures are fortified.
It's only a matter of time until it says, "Hey, I'm gonna come bottom, gonna get a triple kill."
The thing is, Monkey King comes online as soon as he reaches his first item. Like, he's going for Battle Fury this time. That means he not only will have the first item at the usual Monkey King timing, right, 14-15 minutes, but he also will have the Battle Fury, so he can even recover farm. This is a super safe build that if you're super far ahead on a Monkey King, it's better to really go for the Battle Fury, so you can always recover and just play safe. Like, greedy Monkey King, the moment you die, you fall off, and you might fall
God. Down bottom, St. Paul. They kept him alive for just a little bit longer, but that was a crush into a shackle of a creep, into a bash to make sure they could get that kill.
So many people skip the early point and bash of the deep and just go for like, even the pro players go like full max the Guardian sprint, then max the crush. Oh, yeah. I really like this build where you pick up like that one value point in the bash. It's just so good.
If you look at the math, it really isn't, because only 10%, like 80 damage, yeah, but it's not reliable at all.
But if you get it, it's satisfying and it gets you a kill.
Yeah.
It's
sometimes
gambling.
it works out, but again, the math doesn't really favor you.
Radiant's top tower
This is just one of these things that you can do if you don't really need mid lane. Be the Russia and this.
Radiant's
Stick
middle
charges
tower
turns
is under
around, last tower shot, not for the
Nice escape.
I
Perfect
agree with you, if it works, it's really good.
Radiant's top
But,
tower is under attack.
I think
Some
the
of the time,
argument-
like, you'd rather have the extra sprint because it's more reliable to use.
I think the argument on that is I would still max the Slytherin Crush on an offlane scenario. So like getting initiated for them. Yeah, that
Good fight, gets a crush off, but
can't run from Luna. Yeah. I just think if you're maxing out the Guardian Spirit in a roaming position, yeah, that's great. Not only because the river movement you get at level 4 being basically uncatchable, but 8% per level. I think it justifies 1 point in bash. Just 1 point. You don't play it like a Void where you max it out and you skip like Crush or whatnot. I think maxing Crush is still really good because it scales quite well, but especially because it's physical damage.
that's a given for most.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah. Mid again. Time. Gets it.
Okay.
Lots of money for Russia.
TP in towards the top lane now is.
Okay, you're gonna regret that one.
Oh god. It's a torrent off, no TP does complete here from St. Paul. really want this Monkey King inside his ultimate though. I'm not sure about this one. It's X just he was jumping up. Now he's in a bit of trouble actually.
Small fry.
What is he?
Alright. On the
is.
money. Same ball coming in, but stun brought down. Now he's a tree, he's not anymore. He should die in the end, but at what cost? Another shackle. Tower shot. Bringing Razor Boy low. Park is committing for the skill, and the X back just in time to send him away. Now,
Sniper.
power shot almost. Finishes him, and only gets the bounty rune, and guess what? Death Prophet also says low. Everyone part of the party is gonna get the kill on Jakiro. Now his arch nemesis, Skyrim Mage, comes back in. That's a kill with the walk with this decent man. But now the heals from the Warlock, they're all just coming in one by one. Trying to secure these kills in return, and Rasha not quite dead just yet. Maybe he can finish him off by clicking the creeps, and he will be able to indeed.
Lovely spell, lovely
The
spell.
weirdest exchange I've seen in a long time.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah,
tower
especially the
is under
Monkey King on the Luna. This must suck so much for the Luna. Like, you were so close getting that big kill on the Luna that is, and then you just get hit down by the stun, just doing too much damage. Luna is so fragile early on, and Monkey King with a crap ton of damage already up and running.
It's a 4-for-2 trade, but reckoning they also got all 4 bounty runes. So overall, they're certainly coming out way ahead in that particular trade, even though the Monkey King went down.
Radiant's middle
Way
tower
ahead.
is under
Look at Luna,
attack.
3k network. Monkey King still 7k. It's not bottom. Well, they'll get the starter. Let's cook as the combo online.
You like, but still, you are.
Yeah.
But, how much does it matter? I mean, he has his level 6. He can
Gotta say.
contribute to growth of haste, and still 1500 gold towards a blink dagger.
Yeah, support Kunker level 7 at this point is actually pretty good, but it's a 6k gold lead in the end for Reckoning, and most of that is the Monkey King. God, don't even look at the net worth, that's scary. He has more than the mid and the safe lane combined easily, plus the offlaner.
Well, take a fight now. In shackle off 3. Silence on the slider, but now TP comes in. The golem also being dropped. They're all linked up together. Oh, that is a perfect counter initiation here. Razor Boy focused by it down. They all just fall apart. Man,
Yeah.
4-man fatal bonds. He's maxed that out. Golem
Worth
drop
it.
X
Radiant's
going.
bottom tower is under attack.
No other way that was gonna go.
Transition into a tower with Golem and Exorcism, you can push any tower you want, pretty much ever.
Radiant's top tower
It's
is
just
under
looking
attack.
more scary and scary.
Trying to made away mid, yeah. Tipping away this tier 1 a little bit
Radiant's
more.
middle
Scout
tower
Mage
is
coming in
under
though.
attack.
No Aethos or anything, far from it, so you're gonna have a hard time bursting it down with the ultimate.
Not really as effective. Like, Sky completely lost his lane in mid to the DP, didn't have that much help because the bottom lane required so much attention for Superdry. Then your off lane was, well, it was a complete failure. Tide just hit level 6, has the mana bits up and running only. They gotta put all the resources into this Tide, so I think the only chance is that they somehow get a blink up on the Tide, and then just go for that 5-man Ravage and hope for the best.
Yep. It's a very flimsy strategy. Because you don't just need lockdown, you also need damage. And right now, we don't really have it. If you look at Luna, if you had levels, you could argue, oh yeah, with the Moongaze, with the Luna Blessing, you have a lot of spread damage to work with, but it's only 1 point into that lead right now. Eclipse might not be as reliable, just depending on where you fight. Certainly not level 1 with just 4 beams to work with, or 5 beams, I guess. Plus next row on from his own loosened beams, but doesn't feel like it's enough in the face of what you're up against. But by the time you're getting some of these utilities up yourself, Monkey King will have like 1 or 2 extra items to work with as well.
The Monkey King will really make or break the game for them. Like, that's the Oblivion stuff completed. Once they've built any SDs, Diablo Age, or the Echo Saber it is. I think the moment he gets that item, he will just run around the map and kill people for free. Luna can't stand this. 860 health pool. That's basically 3 hits for the Monkey King plus the Bandit Strike. Same applies to the Titan. He can even tank up the Eclipse. He doesn't really care. This says way too
Radiant's
much.
bottom tower is under attack.
It's not only that, after that comes the DP, now completed with the Hood of Defiance. You have the Slaughter with the Blink and 100 gold. The Warlock has a tremendous amount of farm with both Arcane Boots and the Urn completed up. And Wind Ranger, yeah, we don't talk about Wind Ranger because it doesn't matter what item she has, she just kills people anyways.
For the 4-star positioning. Now showing people everywhere with the maxed out. Excellent spell, but yeah, I mean, everything's just hanging up for Reckoning Infinity. Just
Yeah, you mentioned
when they want to execute. I mean, they have to blink on Slaughter as well. Just go whenever.
You mentioned it time and time again that if you're close to eclipsing the 1k gold lead per minute mark, then you just win the game straight up.
Yeah. Not quite there just yet, but very well might once the fighting starts again. Right now, they're just happy pushing out some of these lanes as they smoke up, going towards mid.
Radiant's top
This is
tower
the blink
is under
gank.
attack.
Smoke. It's interesting here. It's okay, Ravage being used, the Golem to counter initiate. We got the Windrunner, and now St. Paul actually still alive.
Is under attack.
Please,
Going on
he's
with
gonna
this
kill.
Warlock here, he's still gonna die to the Golem. Meanwhile, the mid is also an engagement to kill off the rest of Superdry.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
2-for-1 trade in that particular skirmish down bottom, but
Radiant's
nothing really
middle
in
tower
mid,
is under
and
attack.
it's not even over. Heist. He wants a tie chanter, not really an easy kill though.
Yeah, but they're gonna trade for the T2 mid at
Radiant's
least.
bottom tower is
Should
under
be able
attack.
to. Monkey King already going for the top T2. The bottom one is getting heavily pushed in by the Golem. Still running about 20 seconds, so this should be another 2, if not 3 towers. They just claim for
Radiant's
themselves.
bottom tower is under attack.
It's
Radiant
devastating.
structures are fortified.
It's available here to slow this one down just a little bit. Laser Boy is there. That will be enough to send Monkey King packing.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Never
under
BKB
attack.
yet to protect himself from all of that lockdown combo, but he does have a friend coming. Jumping in, pulling crush, lots of pace, couple of right clicks, Laser Boy. Will die before it's one connect. Now the extra stun. Look, Ramsey's chopped to pieces. Now with the ultimate, they're all gonna die.
Radiant's top tower
They're all gonna die, even Russia. Ultra kill for Monkey King just like that. This is exactly what we were worried about.
I feel like somebody didn't follow rule number 2.
Don't fight Monkey King.
Exactly. Never fight a Monkey King ult unless you can burst him down in a second.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But yeah. It's actually a pretty good combination because if it guarantees not just to catch a kill on Luna. It's actually a nice combination having Monkey King together with the Warlock, because not only do you do an insane amount of damage if they're linked up, just like every spell, but it also helps you in terms of like, if you drop down the Monkey King ult, the enemy always makes the choice. Do we commit for this fully and throw everything we have on the Monkey King, or do we back off and take the loss of maybe a support? But with the Warlock, you don't even have the first option, you straight up lose 1 to 2 heroes in this scenario. Because if you do reinitiate and try to go on the Monkey King and burst them down, then there's a Warlock Golem that interrupts you completely. There's a guaranteed link up because you all commit to it, and there's nothing you can do anymore. 2 rage ring.
Excellent minute. And it's something that we often see from these accomplished teams. Just playing it safe, getting the objectives. Because if you somehow mess up and go in without the road then it's something that you didn't have to do, and it also opens up that objective for the other fighters out. They're all linked up together. Ravage comes in, and Monkey King, well, actually using the Aegis immediately. But can they get out? That is the question. Nexus is still going just a little bit longer. Trying to walk him down. The stun actually connects onto the Luna. Another jump will secure that kill.
Back to port.
Razor Boy almost died to that link damage again.
Both prevails in the end.
Will survive. Yeah.
But still 2 for an Aegis, 22k gold. It's rising faster than I can count. So 22k gold lead, 90 minutes in. They just used all their ultimates. Look at the fight recap. There was nothing committed on the side of Reckoning. But Macropire, Ghost Ship, Mystic Flare, Eclipse, Ravage, all of them are gone. Like, and now you try to hold the high ground? Yeah, that's gonna be an absolute disaster for them. They have no chance defending this.
One thing as well, like we've looked at the net worth, but look at the levels too. No
Radiant's
single
top
hero on the
tower
Radiant
is
side
under
is level
attack.
12. This Monkey King is level 19.
Yeah.
That's also another indication of how this game really is going. So
If the Monkey King gets 1k more net worth, then he has more than the entire Radiant team.
This he has a Skadi coming. Didn't they even go for the BKB? Though it was certainly helped in the last particular fight. I guess if you're super tanky, to survive through that anyway.
Yeah,
has the same effect.
It's a pretty common thing actually go from that, because most of the time you cast your ultimate from the trees anyways. If you don't immediately get the bounty strike because there's a Skyriff or some stuns on the field, that is fine. So you can skip the BKB. You can get Ravaged in your ultimate, you don't care. That means if you get Ravaged in your while your ultimate is running on the Monkey King, they might just run at you and then they make the biggest mistake there is.
Yeah.
So skipping out on the BKB, I think it's a reasonable choice. He's going for it next, but just having the Skadi, it will really help against heroes like Titan to just chase him down or Kunkka. Also, 5 seconds slow on a Luna. This Luna will not move anywhere.
They're huddled up in their base. They're getting some of their ultimate back here. 15 seconds on the Ravage. Luna gets back as well in 1 second. It's only level 1. Even if you isolate that on a single target, it's not really going to do too much at this point. You just have to hope that Reckoning somehow mess up. Big crush. Perhaps still gets the Ravage off, but that's on cooldown now. Combo and nothing in particular, as he forgot the axe, and Axis comes out to threaten the tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The big team fight spells, control spells down, there's absolutely no chance think about this here. So they're gonna try the big crush. Coming in, the Golem, everyone being locked together, and now the Monkey goes and Razor Boy just dies. Same for Jakira. Everyone else able to scramble back to the other side of the Ancient.
GG comeback. They had enough.
Again, there's no way. The Wild Thing was on the wall from the laning stage. When the Monkey King had complete free farm and all the other lanes. Also went reasonably well. Got a few kills here and there, but ultimately, it was not enough.
I think they just outclassed them in every way, from the draft to the laning phase, and then just in these engagements, you see they played really coordinated. That didn't really work out.